Hello, my dear culinary enthusiasts. I, Angad Singh Rana, will be taking you to the third episode of the amazing Delhi Street Food Walk series. Under the aegis of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, today I will be taking you to the streets of North Delhi, where we will be discussing with the locals about the amazing food outlets North Delhi has to offer. So stay connected and be amazed. So guys, here I am with Tanya, my friend and colleague, who is going to take us to the amazing food outlets of North and Central Delhi. So Tanya, I have this question from you. What is it that connects you to North Delhi and what is it that makes you feel so special about this place?
Hi Angad, it's so nice to meet you again. I was born and brought up in Delhi, and I've been staying there for the past 20 to 21 years now. And place is so close to my heart. You know, all my childhood memories are related to those lanes and those food corners, those shopping malls, etc. So this is why North Delhi is so special to me.
I mean, it's the charm, North Delhi and Central Delhi, all the Lutyens buildings, Connaught Place, which is like the icon of Delhi, where people, it's like a must visit to be there. So I would definitely like you to tell us about the cuisines or the culinary outlets starting from Connaught Place itself. What is the first place that you will take us to?
Okay, so Connaught Place is a place which reminds us of the British era, right?
Right.
But the surprise is that we have so many delicacies related to Indian cuisine there. Now, the first place we're going to is Kulcha Junction.
Okay.
It's located near Hanuman Road, and in Punjab, there's a difference between the Delhi kulcha and the Punjabi kulcha. In Punjab, they cook the kulcha in tandoor, right? And it's layered, it's stuffed, it is also topped with so many masalas. And in this place, you get exactly the same kulcha.
Right.
They use a little less butter because obviously, Delhi Heights are so health conscious.
But I guess I was in conversation with Suruchi and we were saying that there is a mix. There's some people who really love butter. Delhiites are really crazy about Amul butter. But on the other hand, there's also a healthy influence of people who want to eat a little healthy but still want to, gorge themselves with all these cheap meals.
Yeah.
So Tanya, I've heard that there are so many varieties that Kulcha Junction offers. So can you tell us about the varieties they offer to the people?
Yeah, definitely. So when you go to Kulcha Junction, there are so many varieties available for every kind of taste bud. We have garlic kulcha, and it's so beautifully flavored with garlic. We have masala kulcha, and they have some black pepper and coriander topped over the kulcha, and then it's dry roasted in the oven, and it's so tasty. And before serving, they crush it, so it gives you a feeling of chur chur naan. So that place is definitely worth a visit.
Tanya, kulchas and bhaturas are something that, Delhiites cannot live without. So moving further, can you tell me about something or an outlet that is completely unique to Connaught Place?
Definitely, Angad. Now we have a shop called as Deep Walls in middle of the Janpat market. As you know, Delhi people are crazy for shopping, and hence there are those mini markets and mini shops in between those markets. Now we have Deep Walls, and surprisingly, in 1952, it started as a cosmetic shop, and then in 1970s they introduced cold coffee, which became a hit, and then from that time in 1980s they introduced this cheese ball, which is still one of the best sellers of Deep Walls. And personally, I just love holding on that cheese ball because it's so different. It's a very huge size ball, and then outside Deep Walls you get momos, which are definitely something not so common in Connaught Place.
Well, I guess we can say that food finds its way starting from a cosmetic store to being a famous food establishment in Delhi. Is there any place in Connaught Place that boasts of a good chaat papdi or dahi bhalle? Because we've seen that a trend. Delhiites have this snacking addiction to all these things. So if you can put light on some of these outlets.
There's this Pappu Chaat Bhandar, which is very popular, and it's on the outskirts of Connaught Place. Now, people claim that they have been going there since their childhood, and that shop is almost 30 to 40 years old. So in Connaught Place, it's not very easy to find the street food and chaat and papdi because it's a more of a modern area. But then there's this chaat wala who's still handling that very well, and he's so popular for the aloo chaat and mixed fruit chaat and the way he serves to people. And people also claim that that one stop is a go-to stop for everyone who's visiting Connaught Place.
Well, I guess you're right. The modernization and the commercialization of Connaught Place making it one of the most expensive rental outlets for people to have.
Definitely.
Street food but still street food has found its way. I have seen so many biryani walas. There's so many different small shops who've managed to stay there for more than 5-6 decades and still serve the people with happiness. I have heard about this very new yet a crazy trend that is happening in Connaught Place, which is near, I suppose, a place called Odeon Social, an Odeon Social Panwala, who has created this buzz in Delhi amongst the youth, which is a fire pan. So, can you tell me what exactly is this fire pan and what constitutes it?
So, Angad, would you not like to end your meal with a pan?
Right.
Who wouldn't, right? Right. So now they are selling this fire pan which has crushed ice in it, and as you can see on the screen, the person is served the pan with a fire on it, and it's an adrenaline rush that what will happen when you will take fire in your mouth, but then the ice and everything, how it comes out to be in your mouth, it's a different experience altogether.
Yeah, the
So
fire
he's
from the
there.
camphor gives a very good flavor, I suppose. It's like
Yes.
a rush. A lot of people with beards like me are really afraid of burning it with that fire pan. But I guess it's a very good thing to try. And once this quarantine is over, we can actually go there and experience this one of a kind pan. Luckily before this lockdown ended, I had a chance to go to Janpat, where I went to one of my personal favorites called Kake the Dhaba, and I'm sure that you know about it, being a North Delhiite. So Kake the Hotel has been there since 1930s. That is what I know about it, and I know about the food. But I would like you to put light on some of the famous dishes that Kake the Hotel has to offer.
Now you can imagine if a place is as old as 90 years and it's still running so good. If you go there on weekends, you will have to wait for at least 1 hour, or sometimes at lunchtime even 1.5 hours. And people are crowded outside the shop like anything. And it's a treat. That place itself is a different experience altogether. The ambience as such is normal, but the food they're serving is amazing,
I
especially
mean, the
the butter chicken,
simplicity,
dal makhani.
the simplicity they have, and the food that they keep on live cold angitis that is simmering all day long gives it a very charry flavor. So I guess that is the charm of the British era and these places with the scenic beauty of Connaught Place. It creates an ambience that a person who's visiting Delhi would never forget.
Definitely.
So Tanya, Delhi is a place where so many students come to do their graduations and post graduations, and there are these campuses in Delhi, which is North Campus and South Campus. And I know for a fact that North Campus boasts of so many food outlets that have been up and running for so many years and have been catering to all these students and has become a hub for the institutions and colleges. So can you tell me about a little about what North Campus is all about?
So Angad, North Campus is one of the most happening places in whole Delhi. There are students from all over the country, and as you know, the Delhi University North Campus colleges are so many, and they're in a hub. And then we have Kamla Nagar Market, then we have GTV Nagar, and that whole hub, that whole area is now called as North Campus. And as you know, there are students, there has to be food there nearby, and we have so many different varieties of food. You can get almost everything in North Campus.
So what are we waiting for? Take us to the place where you want to take us in North Campus. We are all hungry.
So the first place we are heading towards is Sharma Kachori Wala.
Right.
And this place is a little bit, it's in a corner and it's a very missable place. Anyone can miss this place, but it's worth a trip. I mean, he sells 5 kachoris just for 25 rupees, and it's enough to fill your stomach.
Right. And I've also seen when I used to go to North Campus that there's so many other kachori walas. Do you have any considerable kachoris wala that you want to mention?
in the north zone of Delhi, we have so many different varieties of kachori. We have, as I told you, Sharma kachori wala. Then in Old Delhi, we have Jang Bahadur kachori, who is serving it with kachalu ka achar also. Then we have
Right.
Fateh ki kachori, who has completely revolutionized the idea of kachori. He's serving with some chole, and he is also very popular. And then we have more kachoris at different areas. So these are some kachoris which are very famous.
Right. So Tanya, tell me about some memory of yours that you have going out with your family in your area, and having a good breakfast or something that is really tasty and you remember about it really fondly.
The breakfast I remember is definitely Gopal sweets. Bedmi puri and a huge size of bread pakoda is like you have to go there, especially if you are a Delhiite and it's for breakfast. You will forget your chola bhatura if you enjoy that bedmi puri. So this is one memory I have from North Campus.
Well, you're making big claims that people will forget chole bhature, but the question of the hour again is chole bhature. So tell me about the best chole bhature places that North Delhi boasts of, because now we know the other parts of Delhi are really proud of their chole bhature lineage. So tell me about it.
Angad, it has to be Chache Di Hatti. I'm telling you, they have been running their shop since 1957. Though there are so many shops in North Delhi which are claiming to serve the best chola bhatura, like Sitaram Diwan Chand Bhatura, then Bhogal Chole Bhature in Connaught Place, and there we have Chache Di Hatti in Kamla Nagar.
Which one is your favorite, Tanya?
Definitely Chache Di Hatti, Angad.
Great. So as we move from the north part of this towards the old Delhi, is there anything in between old Delhi and your north campus that you can tell us about?
You can't imagine there are so many places. So I'll start with Churchur Naan in Paharganj. Paharganj is another area which is, not a very developed area. And then Churchur Naan is one shop there, Chawla Di Churchur Naan. He is serving from 40 to 50 years, and they serve it with so many variety of gravies and some salad on side.
Right. I have heard of this very famous dish that is called Gila Kulcha. I mean, it's very, different to hear it, but it's actually from Amritsar. But it's being very popularized in Delhi now, where they soak the entire chole and kulcha together and then serve it with a lot of chutney and everything. So, can you tell me about any place that is there in your side of Delhi that serves such kind of food?
In Paharganj, there is a shop. They are serving Gila Kulcha since 1960. And Angad, it is a very, very popular shop in Paharganj. So many people are covering that shop now.
Right. You know, for aspirants of different service exams, especially UPSC, and there's this iconic chartwala who's named UPSC Chartwala for being near the coaching centers of all these students coming from all over India. So can you put some light on what UPSC Chartwala is all about?
So Angad, you won't believe me, but trust me, it is one of the oldest chatwala in Delhi, and he's serving since 1930. So
Great.
that was way much before independence. And
Right.
then UPSC Chartwala, he is known to serve a good chat, and he's near the central Delhi, little off that route. And so many people, even my father, he links that place with his own childhood.
Right. So I have one question from you, Tanya, aside from all these outlets, is what is the difference between a mot kachori and a normal kachori that we eat with any curry or potatoes?
So Angad, mot is basically moong dal, and mot kachori is a concept which was brought by this shop from Multan back in 1950, and since then, mot kachori has been popularized in Delhi. So it's served with a dal gravy, which is supposedly of moong dal.
Right. That is something that is very special about it, I guess. Tanya, now that we have seen what Paharganj has to offer, I am really excited about going to Old Delhi and seeing those charmful and beautiful outlets. So tell me, what is Old Delhi all about? Yeah, there is a misconception about Old Delhi that only non-vegetarian food, or it's a non-vegetarian paradise. But I think that is not true. And I would like you to tell us about the vegetarian options that Chandni Chowk and Old Delhi has to offer.
So Angad, the foremost place when we talk about the vegetarian food and Old Delhi is Parathe Wali Gali. Now there are shops as old as 1857 in 1870s. That era. It's almost 150 years old shop, and they're saying that almost 6 to 7 generation of people have actually served that place. And I will tell you about the variety of parathas you get there. You're getting lemon paratha, mirchi paratha, bhindi, karela, rabdi paratha, khurchan paratha, and the normal aloo paratha, gobi paratha.
Right.
And the speciality is that they are actually deep fried in ghee, which is very new. And Angad, have you ever tried paratha with sabzi and chutney? If not, then Old Delhi is your place.
Definitely, this is something after this lockdown is over, we have to definitely try. Tanya, I've always, admired this place, and I really love the food from there, which is the jaleba. And it's right in the middle street of Chandni Chowk, and is a very famous and old shop. Can you put some light on what this jaleba is all about?
So, Angad, the beauty of Old Delhi is that there are so many small shops in each and every hook and hook corner of Old Delhi, and it's very difficult to find some places. But this place is serving since 1884, and they say that he was selling jalebis at 3 rupees per kg at that time when he started, and now you can imagine what the prices are. And he served it with a very cold rabdi and hot jalebi. So if monsoon or it's during the winter evenings, that place is usually always overcrowded.
I've always seen it on online videos about Old Delhi. Is this famous shop that serves these faluda in those glasses, those old glass glasses. So what is that shop?
Called Gyani Re Hatti, and it's at the corner most line of Chandni Chowk.
Right.
They're serving since 1951, Angad, and it's right after independence. So you imagine how old that shop is, and it's an iconic shop. And the only word which can describe that thing they're serving is simple. That's it.
Yeah, talking about Chandni Chowk, do you think there is anything that we have left behind that is something that has been there for more than centuries?
So, Angad, when we are in Old Delhi, we have to walk a lot to go to different shops, be it summer or winter, and you will always see this. And for that, that way, even we have a lemon wala, which is sitting in a very corner shop, and he has, very creatively made this 2-level shop, and now he's selling tickets also. And he claims to be there since the last 150 years. Can you imagine? He's so old. When, we didn't even know about what Coke is, he was actually selling lemon soda.
Right.
So yeah, but that is one place you don't have to miss.
Well, I guess if I have to conclude about Chandni Chowk, I can say that it's the true essence or the soul of where Delhi started from, where the cuisine and the exquisite factors that make Delhi so special is from. Every lane serving something special, the fragrance of spices, the fragrance of all the ittar in some lanes, the food going by, the hawkers, the rickshawalas, and the biggest stance is that there is unity and diversity. Starting from Jama Masjid to Jain Temple to the Gurdwara, it shows that there can be harmony together, and food is something that unites us all. I guess you agree with this. Right. So guys, now Ishani, my friend and colleague, will take us through the amazing food outlets of Chawri Bazaar, Jama Masjid and MTB. So Ishani, tell all our friends about your connection with this part of Delhi and why are you so proud of it?
Hi Angad, so my ancestral home is in Daryaganj actually, but I stay in civil lines now. So every summer vacation we used to go to Daryaganj and then eat for a month straight. So I have a lot of fond memories. So we're starting off with Chawri Bazaar, and a lot of historians say actually that Chawri Bazaar was where chaat in Delhi originated. Folk Chaat Corner is one of the older shops that still remains after the partition when everyone got displaced. So it's a strong contender for the best chaat in Delhi, and they have a lot to offer. Golgappe, Dahi Bhalle, Delhi chaat, Kalmi Vada, Papri chaat.
So Ishani, what is that some X factor that makes it different from other charts? And what is this Kalmi Vada that you mentioned about? I would like to know more about it.
I think what sets it apart is that they use yellow chili powder instead of red, so it's less spicy and it's less pungent. And also they use kachalu chaat, which is essentially taro that has been parboiled, sliced and then marinated in a spice water, so it adds a real zing to the chaat. As for Kalmi Vada, it's just a traditional Rajasthani delicacy where They grind chana dal and then fry it into pakoras.
Well, you know, Shani, I was lucky enough to actually visit one of the outlets there, which is called Puremal Kulfi Wala. And I know it's been going on for the past decades, many decades. So I would like you to expand on what it is and what is so special that the buzz and hype about it is. Is it real? And is it justified to call it one of the best kulfis in Delhi?
Definitely, it's one of the oldest kulfi shops, and they actually invented the fruit stuffed kulfi, which you can see in the video. It's the video has a pomegranate kulfi, so they cut the fruit, scoop out the insides, and they use that pulp to make the kulfi, freeze it, and then cut it to order. So they have all sorts of 100% natural kulfis, including jamun, imli, or chiku, and yeah, it's really great.
That is, I mean, the best part about this particular shop is that even in winters where mangoes are not available, they have this mango kulfi where you can actually taste the fresh mango that is stuffed with kulfi and nuts and all that khoa and reduced milk, which is so special.
Definitely.
So Ishani, moving on, I wanted to talk to you about Jama Masjid. People feel that Jama Masjid, though an integral part of old Delhi, stands separately with its unique culture of Mughal cuisine, the old bakeries, the by-lanes filled with flavorful meats, the tendal kebabs, and so many other offerings. And those streets that writers have written poems on, talking about love, romance, art, and culture. What do you think is the true representation of Jama Masjid in terms of food?
Jama Masjid has a long legacy of food. Where we're at currently, Matia Mahal has a legacy that dates back to Mughal times actually. So we're starting off with Mohabbat Ka Sharbat, which is the drink of love.
So is there anything particular about this drink? Why is it called Mohabbat Ka Sharbat?
Actually, when during iftar, people actually break fast in some families with a rose flavored drink like ruafza. So what Nawab Qureshi did when he came from Uttar Pradesh to earn a living is he added watermelon cubes into that and gave it a different name, which is Mohabbat Ka Sharbat. In the hot Delhi summer, all you need is love and sharbat.
Right. The best thing that I find about this area is those large number of kebab walas that are spread across the road, and you can't choose between them, but you have to choose one of the shops. And when one thinks of kebabs, Qureshi kebabs comes to mind. So can you put on some light on this particular joint called Qureshi Kebab and what they offer?
Qureshi Kebab is actually a 72-year-old shop, so they've been making kebabs for 5 generations straight. It was opened by Haji Abdul Ghani Qureshi, who actually owns the shop, and the kebabs cost only between 20 to 40 rupees a piece. People like Indira Gandhi, Madar Rao Sindhia, and the Imam of Saudi Arabia rave about their kebabs.
So do you think this family and the shop was the reasons kebabs got their place in Delhi like they have today?
Definitely. In fact, Gali Kababia was named after Abdul Ghani's grandfather, who started making kebabs after the partition.
That is an amazing fact. And I feel these are the places that have so much to resonate to. And with so much modernization and new things coming up, these places are still standing strong and serving people with the best quality and the best flavors that they offer. So, there is this new trend that people are posting on their Instagrams, which is this dahi butter chicken from Aslam's. What is this trend? Is it worth going there and having that butter dipped chicken that's like a, it's a glutinous dream for somebody, and having that rich butter chicken? What is it all about?
Definitely. Aslam's is younger than the other shops comparatively, only about 2 decades. But the grill out front is really where the magic happens. They cook 800 kilos of chicken a day. So their butter chicken, they sprinkle with masala and then they actually douse it in melted butter and gravy. So I'm not advertising, but it's definitely great. It's different than Moti Mahal's original version, but it has its own fan following.
Right. It's completely different. The Moti Mahal butter chicken is a tomato-based gravy. This is a dahi-based white gravy and a lot of butter. It's a true sense of butter chicken rather than a normal gravy that we eat in any other restaurant. Going forward, there is this very famous biryani wala, which is very unique in the way that he weighs his biryani and offers it to the people. And it's called Dil Pasand Biryani. And it's said that whoever eats it gets its heart full, and the satisfaction that you get after eating this biryani is something that people can't depict in words. So what does Dil Pasand Biryani stand for you?
Dil Pasand Biryani is only a 20-year-old shop, but it's incredibly economical. On a regular basis, they serve 7 degs of biryani, but during Ramzan, they're open till 5 a.m. The biryani itself is light and not greasy like biryanis can tend to be. The pieces of meat are surprisingly tender, and the rice you could literally eat on its own and call it a day. It's a hole-in-the-wall eatery, but they definitely know what they're doing.
So, the best part about Old Delhi is that there are so many small places, but all of these places have something very different to offer. And in the true sense, if we talk about MKT or Majnu Ka Tila, which is very near to Jama Masjid, but has a completely different philosophy and a completely different culture and food to offer. So what do you think is MKT, and what do you think are the specialities that they offer?
So Majnu Ka Tila is actually the Tibetan refugee colony that was established in 1950. And what they offer is laughing and momos, specifically as street food. So laughing is essentially a wheat starch noodle. It's a cold slippery noodle that's filled with chili sauce and soya, rolled up, cut, and then served either dry or in a gravy.
So, I've heard a lot about the momos that are served in MKT. What is so special about these momos that you cannot get anywhere in Delhi?
I think Delhi momos, otherwise you get a lot of fusion. So you get mayonnaise and then you get oregano seasoning. But MKT momos are Tibetan style momos. So they're incredibly juicy and they're more classical. And they serve them with the soup and the chili sauce. Momos might just be the soul food of Delhi. What do you say, Amrita?
Yes, there is one momo wala in every street, and people do relish eating them every day. It's like a daily snack for people, and I guess that is what, again reiterating, is so special about Delhi, that there is so much unity yet so much diversity. And this opportunity that we have today of giving everybody a virtual tour under the aegis of Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat is an opportunity that is to be counted. This, telling people what we are proud of, our lineage and culture, even from the best gastronomical restaurants to the basic street food that boasts and stands together, is what Delhi truly stands for.
So that was all from North Delhi. See you soon in the final episode where I will be taking you to South Delhi. Till then, stay safe and stay healthy, and be connected with us on our Instagram and Facebook handles @IHMPoosa, and be ready to be amazed.